that you still cry for me, like I cried for you every night for you. Take it easy on me, baby, 'cause I tried with you. Yo, ladies and gentlemen, welcome in to what is essentially a 2-for-1 reaction on this album review. These two songs, it just didn't feel right for me to separate them. Hey, calm down. These are yin and yang, okay? These are peanut butter and jelly. Both sides of the coin situation. You can't have one without the other. We have what is arguably the most powerful ballad on the album and one of the more powerful ballads that he's ever made, right up against in a perfect transition to what is one of the more fast-paced tracks on the album. It didn't feel right to separate these. I don't even know how I would have separated them because that's how good that's how good and how long the transition is. I don't even know how it ended the video. If you want to support the channel, ladies and gentlemen, I make zero money from these videos, obviously. So if you want to join over on Patreon right now, the full album reaction is there in full, all 2.5 hours, nothing edited out. There's not a single second edited out. All the conversation is there, all the chat conversation is there. Promise you, it's fire. It's just as fire as if you're watching this, but in long form. Not to mention other Weeknd content that we do, all the albums which we are going to do on stream, join stream as well. They will all hit Patreon, and then music videos will also hit Patreon. I'm gonna go through the entire Starboy lineup of music videos, and I don't know if those are gonna be able to go on the channel. I had a copyright strike on my channel because of a video from the Weeknd, so I don't even know if I want to risk music videos on the channel, but those will definitely go on Patreon. But other than that, like I said, join Twitch if y'all guys want to be here, you want to be in chat, you want to see all the things that don't happen on YouTube, consider joining Twitch. Both of these links are in the description. But other than that, enjoy these two songs. All right, Baptized in Fear. You'll learn to love how to dream. I can teach you to dream. You'll learn to love how to dream. Shit. I fell asleep in the tub. I was met with paralysis. My foot hit the faucet, water started flowing in. Couldn't scream for help. I just slowly felt the pressure hit. Moving one toe was the only form of motion left. Can't breathe for air. Can't breathe. Trying to remember
that production was hard.
Everything that my preacher said. Trying to right my wrongs, my regrets filling up my head. All the times I dodged it. This can't be the way it ends. No. Figure in the corner I can't quite see. I just know the shadow staring at me. It gets closer, it gets closer, it gets closer now. Figure in the
I'm floating right now.
At me. Water fill my lungs, vision blurry. Heartbeat slower, heartbeat slower, heartbeat slower.
God, his voice, bro. All these years.
Voices will tell me that I should carry on. Voices will tell me that I should carry on.
Bro, it's flawless. Holy shit.
Voices will tell me that I should carry on. Voices will tell me that I should carry on.
That like echo, it sounds like it's reverbed out. That sound is fire.
I've been the chief of sin, washing my soul within. I've been baptized in fear, my dear. Like Paul, I'm the chief of sin, washing my soul within.
Bro, I've been baptized in fear, washing my soul with it is so fucking crazy, bro.
Washing my soul within. Figure in the corner I can't quite see. I just know the shadow staring at me. It gets closer, it gets closer, it gets closer now. atmosphere of this song is crazy.
Heartbeat slower, heartbeat slower, heartbeat slower.
This song feels like you're like drugged out, like you're on lean, but not in a good way. Like you're drugged out, but you're paranoid about it. Like the entire world is moving slow around you and you can't escape this like shadowy figure that's in that corner no matter what direction you turn. And you're just like you're in panic. You're in panic, but it's in panic slow mo. And you're trying to sprint, but you're in a dream. So you're running like this. Your legs are going, but you're moving this fast.
Heartbeat slower, heartbeat slower. Voices will tell me that I should carry on. Voices will tell me that I should carry on.
Hard, bro. The melody is fire.
Voices will tell me that I should carry on.
This transition about to go crazy, right? This transition is about to go crazy. Hey, yo. How the fuck do you transition these two songs together? Bro, and there's one thing he gonna do. He gonna transition. Shout out to trans. Fuck. Can I put that on YouTube? It's going up. Who cares? I mean, that's like our first ballad. And again, like, I feel like the whole album is like dedicated to The Weeknd. Like, he's going to say she in some songs, obviously, like, he's got to make it a little more relatable for everyday person. They're not aware that he's singing to himself as he's trying to break away from this Weeknd character. So he gotta make the lyrics sound like they're more universal to your everyday person. But for you and I, I think that we can confidently say that most of this album is gonna be about, especially songs like that, is gonna be about the decision to break away from the Weeknd and the trepidation in that decision. Because who the fuck, like, why would you do this? Why would you break away from the Weeknd? So I'm sure there's a decent amount of doubt in his head. Even right now, a decent amount of doubt. Like, did I make the right decision? Is he always going to be there in the corner watching me, making me feel that regret? And I can never escape it. First ballad on the album. I mean, the intro is not really a ballad, right? The intro is kind of just like this grand opera style, like the opening performance of the closing act. So I gotta go crazy. But that was the first true ballad. That was like a 8.5, 9 right there for me. 8.5, 9. I do like that it's not so like 80s heavy. Like, you can tell there's synthwave, but it doesn't sound like an 80s album so far, in my opinion.
I can hear the wind blow even through the window. I can hear the whisper even with my ears closed.
What does it sound like?
All the
Gasoline?
silver and gold only made my skin cold.
All the silver and gold only made my skin cold?
I would never get old. Then you pulled me in close. Falling, angels call my name. But the things you say keeps me alive again. Where do I start?
Oh.
When I open my heart, it's never easy falling in love again. Cover my scars when I open my arms. It's never easy falling in love again. Falling in love. It's never easy.
Who produced this? This sounds like Swedish House Mafia to me for some reason. Bro, I feel like that. Speaking of Swedish House, I feel like this album is more in that direction of like synth heavy progressive house than it is in like 80s synth wave type shit. Because I feel like Dawn FM was a very 80s album. That was the most 80s album that he's put out in this last trilogy. And I was scared that we were going to get that again because I was already tired of it. Like, damn, I don't want another third album that sounds like 80s shit. No, this is like, it's got 80s elements, but it doesn't sound like 80s music, I guess you could say. Bro, it's gorgeous though. Again, the fear, like he's talking to his new self, talking to his old self, talking to us, you know, like I thought I was invincible. I thought I was immortal until kind of Adam and Eve type story. Like they were walking around naked in the fucking garden, then they bit the apple and then they turned into mortals. His soul was walking around naked, put on clothes. You're immortal now. Gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. Also, like the chasing feeling of like the synth in this song is like very fast paced, but the lyrics are like very melancholic. So it kind of gives you this like disassociative vibe about like what the lyrics are saying and how uncomfortable they are. But then this fucking groove over here that you can vibe to. Like old mixtapes, they were uncomfortable because they were dark and uncomfortable. This is uncomfortable because of the difference. Patreon first, Gyro. There's no way I'm editing it in time for YouTube. Trapped inside a limbo, watching through a window of my soul, suffering a bit low. Then I seen your halo. The progression of this song is so fucking flawless. It's never easy falling in love again. Cover my scars when I open my arms. It's never easy falling in love again. Falling in love. Bro, this song is... I have no words for the album so far. It's crazy to me how like a lot of his songs like piece together this puzzle. Like you can relate this song to other songs in the album. You know what I mean? Or other songs in the discography. This reverse is fire. That's the most single sounding album or a track that is not going to be a single. That song is not going to make the airwaves type shit, but it's the one that sounds the most like it should be a single, but it's just missing that. Not missing it, it's just a little, it's not as bland as a single that goes on the radio needs to be. It doesn't have that bland factor that like, oh, okay, well, we can spin this for the next 4 months straight. And I'm kind of glad that we're like that because I feel like a lot of people that are going to criticize Weeknd's albums, it's going to be the main one that people are going to criticize is probably Dawn FM because it's like, oh, we're still getting the same synth sound. And then also Starboy because Starboy was literally just a collection of fucking bangers. Like there was no concept to it per se. It was just banger after banger, radio. It's obviously a solid album to listen to, but as a Weeknd fan, it's not going to be Weeknd-esque. Like we expect an entire grand story. We expect all this. So that song kind of like falls in the middle between Starboy level popularity, crazy deep Weeknd song that only we care about. But it's gorgeous though. The progression was fire. It's probably my favorite progression in a song on the album. And again, it sounds very much like Swedish House Mafia. Sounds like Moth to a Flame, but literally Swedish House Mafia makes progressive house music. Shit was fire. Transitions fire, obviously. 1 to 10, 8.5. Not trying to glaze you, but you articulated that perfectly. Appreciate you. W Glaze. W Glaze in chat. That last song is when you're fucking upside down in the ditch. All the airbags have blown. They're fucking getting the jaws of life out for it to save your ass. And it's just like... And you're like, fuck, am I in heaven right now? Did I die?